next game onwards, we'll see all four remaining intact. Now Sprays on top of Roy, unable to blow out the vehicle with that one clip out there, unfortunately for Nachi.
Yep, still safe for now, but of course, Bigatron Knights, Haji Aseb has his eyes set on a team over here on Tree. He just spotted them out, but tries to do a little bit scouting for the team. He's really out there, really in the open, trying to get a little bit of covers here by Sky Soccer.
Of the match, but these Savior, they are holding their ground pretty tightly, so only losing Paragon where he was playing on the outskirts of the hill early on. What a tap! I can barely see anything at all. I'm just surprised how Levi's actually do it with only a 3x scope. Well, that's the level of performance that we do expect coming from some of the finest of Asia, where we now see Lapar going up against their brothers coming in from Bigatron and G. Tries to get to push for Foxy, does connect the nade towards Denfos as we see an all-out trade between both sides of Bigatron, while it's only down to Zuxi. I wonder if they're going to be able to actually get much. Move on the corner of the zone as well. He has to pull back. Satar gets taken down. And Haji Asif, Lapar tries to go in for a big maneuver. He gets the full clip, sent towards that edge, but he's in the zone. There's not much to be done. Bigatron and G survive, but comes with a cost.
Oh, you see teams back coming up from the outside towards the inside over here. But there's no rush. Circles coming on very, very slowly. They're still within on the inside as well. Leviso, Rachung also making the move. Nade connects, not enough to actually take him down here. Needs to go for a little bit of recovery. One's getting hit by heavy fire. The bombings drop on side, but it's not even such a connect. Ooh, that's gonna hurt! Hitting him in the face!
He needed himself!
Oh.
That's a little bit of a blunder right there, overcooking that grenade, and now that actually leaves a little bit more of that space for the rest of the Saber to actually march right through. Very low health members coming in from the side of the Saber. Levi will try to go in for the recovery, while Rocky is holding by the outskirts, both sides. Rocky into the Compel, and that's a beautiful swing coming from the side of Nan. Still got to check at the edge, and yes, they will secure it. Void Donkey on the rampage of that 5 points secured, but here comes the rest of Alliance looking to engage on the weakened side of Void Donkey, and this could look to be really good. Speaking of which,
no.
Jimmy OP goes in for the hot pursuit, drops in that beautiful nade, gets one knock, trying to clear up the top corner map where there's only gonna be Nan. He does actually find that trade. Now down to Jimmy. He's gonna go in for a rush. Is he gonna be able to at least
on the heat towards them? Is going to be a battle between the Alter Eagle Aries. Now they've had a really good run here from the start of the map. Running through this team 99. It's also going to be on Toji, who is also on the look over here, but instead it's going to be siding towards
a little bit too hasty on their approach. Now it's going to be a 2 versus 1. Hunt versus the rest of the lines. Toji now going for a wraparound. Jimmy OP also leading the pack, trying to actually hunt out. They've already seen the shot, so Toji going on a little bit of a ride as they're hoping to actually bring the fight up close and personal. And there you have it, ladies and gents. First chicken dinner secured by the Alliance.
Featuring Ramar, which should be the better map for them. Meanwhile, a lot more action happening all around the map. Unfortunately, it is going to be Team Xavier here at 5 elimination points in the back here at this point. Stalwart Esports up against FaZe Clan here with the perimeters. We do see Paragon. They knock on his knees. And still getting shootouts while it has like a theme, or should we say Jimmy OP by Alliance, only surviving team member.
Please reclaim a form of their throne.
Oh, look at
likely
this.
This situation right now, they're still battling over the course of the hillside. The rest of RQ tries to actually hold out over the spine. That isn't exactly the best form of situation for Snape, but it is a 1-for-1 trade out that he managed to at least get. Here comes the flank coming in from the side of the Becco. Nails down one more member from the side of Vampire Esports as he is going to be priming a grenade for that exchange. Where is the rest of these RQ members? Already depleted. And here comes Harame Bros, also arriving to the scene, having the top player of the Philippines, gunning out for more, but he gets quickly taken down by Rosemary's arrival.
Oh yeah, Federales is currently on the ground here together with Tony K. Team Vampire Esports are Ryu trying to make things happen over here. A little bit late here on the support just a while ago, as you mentioned that Contra. But Zubin tried to make things happen over here. Tried to make it escape. Oh, the course can run him over. Jappy from Harami, bro. That makes the 5th elimination points for them. Getting it in fashionable order. As all. Meanwhile, we'll also be looking at Bigatron Knights. In previous map, we saw them fall in the hands of Bigatron and G. This time, they're hoping for a much better run here compared to the last. And we'll see how it goes. It does seem that Adjasif will be able to actually see out where Nuzi is in. Where is the support from team members from Team Vampire Esports? Does seem that Nuzi will get shut out here in the hands of Haji Yasef. Meanwhile, Boychill from Alt Ego tunes out Federales. Harmony, bro, to get the Jappy, yet another, and Vampire Esports will be eliminated over here in 10th place.
This has been a really
Base clan, so he has to be a little bit more careful because he doesn't have any form of support, so has to rainbow his way through some big teams here to make his way towards the social area. Meanwhile, Boy Donkey gets a little bit of action for themselves here in the game, having shootout here up against Team Secret. Trade-offs out here. It does seem that it's a 1-to-1 trade-off. Make that 2-for-1, signing what was Void Donkey. 2 of the team members from Team Secret.
But overall, happy to actually see all these fights happen from the get-go. Here comes Alter Ego Ares pushing into the Kapow. Big Nate's perfectly lobbed right in, catching one. And simply Consulate, I don't honestly know which names are which right now with them switching their main ID, but we're getting a big fight here between 2 of these Titans. Name exchanges are looking pretty good. Rosemary on the far flank as well. You should be able to spot Nan
on the high ground, especially when it's very steep hill, that you need to cook it right. Your timing needs to be absolute. Usually, in terms of shootouts, you do have the advantage by being on high ground. But when it comes to nade cooking, you have to get the timing right because if it's a little bit too long, it falls out real fast. But inside, oh, the trade off here. Boy Chill manages to get here on Team Boy Donkey. There goes a 2-1 trade-off. Make it 2-for-2. And that's going to be a 3-for-3. It's going to be 4. It's actually going to be 3 for Boy Donkeys over here at this point. So now they're still holding on to this area. Still yet another. I think everyone's all cramped up here within the premises. Meanwhile, Alva's not really in a good spot. He can't get out due to the flames here on the ground. So he has to wait it out before he can make an exit. Bigatron team members also on the outside perimeters, throwing out nade after nade with hopes that he'll be able to connect or even just create a crossroad so that the other team members are not able to actually escape the area.
Bigatron arriving in the right time, going for that third-party finish. But the rest of Void Donkey, that was pretty clean coming in from them despite losing those 2 members. Now it is an awkward situation between all these Indonesian squads currently stuck inside of the church. And yesterday, yeah, we've seen one of the endings over here. And it definitely looks very, very familiar of how Arceus has been able to at least take a win. But Arceus is nowhere to be found in this lobby anymore.
Oh no, they spot him out.
Oh, Bart's going to go for that spray down. He's going to be able to smoke up that vehicle. Oh, such a daunting task to even go in for that risky approach of diving away. But that is definitely a smart play coming from these members of Void Donkey, leaving only Alva all alone. I don't think they know that Alva's here is just going to get that free pick. Beautiful stuff coming from Alva. He's trying to secure that pointer out there while the rest of these members of Bigatron is being kept busy. He's also throwing a nade towards that direction. It's absolutely crazy that he's not even going to settle for that one takedown, which he should have. But he's definitely hunting out for that one member remaining. Shots now being fired right back. That should be Falcons here taking charge, and Falcons looking to have an impressive game, still having 4 members alive. Nade's now being cooked, but there's no angles for him to work with. Hold on to cook that nade for far too long.
He was quite in a bad situation where there's a third-party shot coming on from the other side from Falcons, and then you also have to deal with the Bigatron team as well. The moment he went for the shootout within the church, it gave out his position. So basically, Bigatron Knights kind of knew that there is yet another individual inside the vicinity. And yes, Contra, I have to agree with you on this. He should have at least taken out, just cleared out that one guy, so at least he get himself with one elimination kills.
Yeah.
Took the bait a little bit too long over there and was not able to change back to his weaponry and gets picked off in hands of Big Drummer. Meanwhile, of course, the circle has emerged and we do have Sherlock for 4 Miracle Vibes. Ooh, despite having an early shootout here in their hands, unfortunately, Team Bigatron were the ones who actually managed to actually get the kill here upon the team member from 4 Miracle Vibes, leaving Baron still alive. Meanwhile, East, the new additional member for Team Falcon, managed to get a pick up on his own on one of the members from Team Bigatron.
Red Aliens. Well, that's what I know them best for. They've been changing their names a couple of times already. Well, of course, now known as Knights, they're still looking sharp as ever. And by having that one member that was being left alive by Alva, they really get to eventually go in for the trample up against the rest of Falcons as they find themselves on the outskirts. Now down to only top, trying to pull all the way back to get himself revived, but that is going to be a just clean cut engagement coming in as the rest of Falcons, they hold true. One Donkey not having all too much, but this left them susceptible for all these open angles of grenades to fall right through. Still limping on the ground. The rest of Falcons can still go in for a quick recovery while the rest of Bigatron sees this as a perfect 3 versus 3 opportunity against the very best of Mongolia. A very technical fight as they do manage to secure action, still trying to get a whole lot more done. 10 points in for Bigatron Knights. While IC is on fire, slowly melting down, but not fully melted just yet. Big nades now being exchanged. Perfect lop over onto the corners of Gen Foss as he is trying to do his level best to just hold true. He's got the S12K, trying to look for those angles. Lapar is already being taken out. We're going to remove a little bit of a room, and just look at how technical a fight this has been for the top 2 teams.
Oh yeah, he's just navigating through the outside perimeters here on the second floor. Still not back through, managed to rejuvenate himself with the mat bag. Here we do have Team Falcons just turtling themselves up on the inside, waiting. And of course, they do have quite a good position over here, but at the same time, while you're on the inside perimeters, oh, East getting picked up here down on his knees. But it does seem that Satarlas will be down, but it's not going down without a fight, as Satarlas will be carrying on East. IC down at the same time, and down goes Murder. Team Falcon will be losing out their porthole and eliminated here in the hands of Bigatron Knights.
Well, actually, Knights also went down in the process. They managed to actually take that win. It's NG that arrived to the scene. So you mess with one Bigatron member, you will have to deal with the other Bigatron as well. So that is the current circumstances as NG. They take this win regardless because they do have the numbers advantage, but also keep in mind that FaZe Clan still has a member left. So perhaps Real FaZe can still put in a little bit of a dent up against some of all these units of Bigatron and G.
Oh yeah, and then of course, Bigatron also has the upper hand at the current moment in terms of numbers. They do have 4 on their end compared to the lower team members from the other teams. I believe FaZe has 2, and we do have another one. Oh, sorry, it's FaZe with 1 and 4.
Both sides with 1.
Yeah, with 1, yeah. I can't quite see the one on the left there, but yeah. So it does seem that this could be a big advantage for them, but they are on the outside. FaZe Clan does have a little bit shelter over here. Real FaZe all alone by himself. So the advantage of having a much better cover compared to the rocks and the terrain here on the Miramar map.
Definitely will be a little bit more difficult for all these solo targets to actually get much done right now. As they have noticed that there is only 1 player inside the compound, they will send 2 members right through just to give them a little bit of a tussle. But Real FaZe has been one of the sharpest units coming in from the Thai region. And here we go. Full commitment coming from the rest of BTR. Still having 1 more holding out on the outskirts with Deku. Trying to actually hit a little bit of impact, but FaZe Now stuck by the corner of balcony. There's going to be a grenade that will seal the deal. Perfect stuff coming in with BTR and G. Despite this not being their high-flying start heading into this Miramar round, but a chicken dinner is very likely to be the case.
It's just unfortunate that PUBG Mobile doesn't have the sniffing action where you can sniff out who the last member is. So they have to wait things out, or if they're just by sheer luck, they're able to actually get into the right building. Oh, it seems that there is a shot, and they should be able to tell from which direction, so they kind of can guess which building it's in, and they are definitely looking into that particular direction. Chum come from Hansel, losing a little bit of HP. That's not going to hurt much. Leon is leading charge here, entering the building. Goes out the nade, but Baron is actually on the ground floor. Charging in. Baron just swing far. He gets one. That's going to be one down, 3 more to go. Baron holding on to his fort. The spray is there, but it's not going to be enough. Baron goes down, and winner chicken dinner to Bigatron and G here in game number 2. Only last man standing anyways. Meanwhile, we're also looking at Alter Ego Ares, who is trying to escape the wrath of the blue circle here at the current moment and get a little bit of cover for themselves, but of course doesn't hurt so much as we're currently at stage number 1. A little bit of damage, a little bit of mats. Should be able to actually do the trick. Boy chill here, we saw a little bit of action from him, but it seems that he's not done yet. Goes for a little shootout over here. Boy chill is down on his knees. Well, it does seem there's going to be a return here, and has a Rosemary. Managed to get 2.
Strikes another 8 points, this time taking down Bigatron NG. The victors of that past round is already off the lobby. Oh boy. It's been a very chaotic situation over on the outskirts where we exposed as well. Rosemary claims a lot more lives out there on the field, taking down Lamborghini of the Savior. While there is also involvement coming from the side of Gen Foss to spot that member from FaZe Clan.
Oh no.
High ground versus low ground. Nachi going for recovery first, but the nade now being cooked up. And
it's a watchtower. It's a watchtower. You have to get out. So the nade being cooked. Yeah, he leaked out real fast.
But of course, ASI8, they've been here ever ready for the longest time. And DX starting to really show their fangs here, hitting late in the scene. Paragin once more claims that number alongside with Chuan, who's already gotten 3 eliminations right now. Let's see what Rosemary has as he is full of the grenade. Chuan! That is amazing on how he's been able to just predict so perfectly and just quickly as it goes. Rosemary's already out, but it's another big round for the side of Alter Ego. FaZe Clan is also next to follow suit. Flava, we're just losing teams left, right, and center.
Oh yeah, that's true. I think that came quite a surprise for Rosemary as well. Getting a nade just like that, and he's gone. Yeah, but Alter Ego
because they're in the direct center. Now it gets a little bit more awkward if your team's over on the north side. So what does Bigatron do? They have to really move off from this radar that ASI has been holding out from. Another impressive display coming from the side of Nachi. This could very well be a strong cleanup coming from the rest of ASI8. Despite them only having 3 men, they're really working as if they have never lost a single member at all. At this game, it's been the best chance possible for Bigatron Knights to overtake their brothers. Still going for the revive as he's going to be able to reach just about a nick of time. Nachi now locking them into place. Red Devil also approaching. And over the back, there is somebody out there. She's going for a light flank. And that is the sneaky captain, UZM. Classic old fight that we're getting inside of Hacienda. Take a look at that. RRQ, Alliance, who else is involved?
Oh yeah, this is definitely what we're looking for over here. It's going to be an all-out battle everyone scrambling around to get their guns, get their weaponry, get their utilities, and the shootout begins with whatever they have. First few shots gonna be hurried by FaZe Clan. Noise secures the kill on DOK and gets on the Baron as well. He gets another DOK. That's gonna be a secure order happening from their side. Losing at 2 of the team members. For 4MV, FaZe Clan looks like they're clearing up the team members here for 4MV, Contra.
Oh boy, it's just all rowdy right now. FaZe Clan really getting into the tick of things. Same goes to side of BTR, where they're just going guns blazing despite losing Zuxi so early on. My. Did we expect this to happen? Well, somewhat, you could say so.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's not really too far out of the ordinary coming in for what we've been getting into majority of all these actions. Therefore, with more fights taking place, Alliance now goes close and personal against that one Lone Ranger out of RRQ. Asa still trades right back, and he's just hugging by this tank. Is he going to be able to do much? Apparently not so, but damage being done. Revox can still be set by the rest of Alliance as they secure that one-pointer. There's probably even more to go.
Oh yeah, that peekaboo sided towards Alliance, but unfortunately, Fnatic drops out on Kasim or Jimmy OP over here. Things are not over yet, and as there are still team members from RRQ providing assistance. Where is another one? We have Fuji, we have Flax. That's going to be secure. Down goes Flax, waiting to clear out. Fuji, aka
Esports, are hoping to be hot on the tails of Roy Esports. We see the jump coming in from the side of Sancher, now going up close and personal, but the shot coming from Tony K was a little bit sharper. Here comes V Fearless going into the mix. Only 2 members left for the side of Stalwart Esports, but more to be done at this very moment. 2 versus
keeping themselves for the next remaining days over here. Meanwhile, we do see some team members from Bigatron passing by this dome and not knowing there's actually a member from FaZe Clan here on the inside. Noise doing a little bit of rotation from behind. Right, a little bit of support. Noise on Real Face. I am confused. Am I looking at the same logos? Oh no, it's actually zooming here, getting off from Alter Ego. Boychill gets him. Meanwhile, Leon in the hands of FaZe Clan. And Hansel, there's so much trade-off happening here, and it's definitely going to be between Bigatron and FaZe Clan here at the moment, Contra.
Yeah, there's just so much on the line where we're just looking at a constant mess, to be honest. Whereas, right at this very moment, it really seems like Stalwart Esports, despite not really getting any points at all for the moment, are just banking on hopes that they can actually afford a little bit of a pickoff. And from the looks of it, it's just total chaos that erupts across these fields, where Fearless, he could only do so much to really trail behind the rest of these members of BTR. And once more, the narrative of this final matchup is really down to Bigatron to really rack up those points. And yes, they will. Hans Chill now brings one more back. And that will be claimed from what it seems to be. The members of the side of NG, we're going for that quick reset. Fearless already get a note over that member inside of smoke, but it's just so sharp. That just gets taken down by Tony K, the prodigy, at only, like, what? How old is he again? 18 years old? 19 years old? The moment he started playing, who was about 15 years old, being competitive, before the rules were implemented where you got to be 16 above. And he has always been up there, being one of the sharpest shooters hailing from Thailand. The rest of BTR still upon the hillside, whereas the Savior now enters the Thunderdome. The stadium have never seen so much noise before throughout the fields of Chicago. And of course, over on the hillside.
Any sudden movement. Hans moving forward, making some magic happen over here. There are a number of crossfires happening. We have one from the high ground, we have one from the low ground, and from this side as well. There's still IC on that side and murder on the other. And Boy Donkey's also quite nearby, getting into the area as well. Could be a third party over here, but while all that is happening, our main focus here,
rest of the X now sees the rest of BTR cornered into that section of the map. Hansil, he might be taking out goal right now, but the trades are looking phenomenal. Now it's only down to Paragen left as the rest of Vampires also send their members into the stadium. A three-way battle erupts as BTR might actually see themselves a little bit left line. Tony K with 5 fracks so far. Paragens does spot him out. DX does seal the deal, and all he has to focus on is to find where that final member of BTR NG is currently at. DX with a great recovery, and that rupture or battle inside the stadium comes to a close by seeking out Tony K. Chua so far looking sublime. And here comes Big Nates sent right in from inside. The G-Key does connect. Looking for Red Devil as well. ASI8. Oh, well, let's not talk about that, Nate, because that bounced over the wall. But here comes the shot far true. G-Key has annihilated the entirety of ASI8. And there goes your prediction.
Oh, yeah. G-Key is your ASI8 Terminator over here. Definitely a little bit cheeky over here, despite the Nate was not able to traverse the course that it is supposed to go. Let's not talk about that. Yeah, I get things do happen. He had to let it out. He did mention
he got the job done. That's all that matters.
I did the job. I got the kill, man. Let's not talk about the name. But meanwhile, Rosemary here doing a little bit of spray and pray, hitting off on Potato, but was not able to connect. He's able to rejoice together with his teammate. Yet another. So there's actually 2 of the team members from Boyne Donkey within the building. They do have information that Rosemary is on top of the building. Alva here on the other side in a much lower level building. And I remember Tompin Donkey trying to make their way to the inside from the outside of the blue circle here at the moment. It does seem that the member of the team, Boy Donkey, is going to make their sweet escape using the vehicles they can scavenger on and make their escape away from the premises. Alter Ego just making their mark, just letting people know that this is their place. This is Alter Ego Ares territory, baby.
But if you take a look at the minimap, this is just being zoned off completely by the rest of BTR that can get that firm access, and they should be able to have a great game to be the champions of the night. But speaking of which, there is Hans holding onto the compound, spots out these 2 members from the side of BTR. They will vacate this area, take a deeper hole because they get first dips and calls out for some good areas of play. But Alter Ego, it's not going to give them an easy win at that. BTRNG still within the run as well, because these times we're looking at majority of the Indonesians still at play to fend for the title.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's quite a surprise for me to say that. I think they didn't know they had first dibs because they never expected that no one was inside the circle when it actually appeared. And they were actually the first to actually be on the inside of here. So that's going to be quite interesting, which means that the team have to make their way up to the northwest segment here, getting themselves into the circle. Some of the ones on the outside perimeters may have to go through some of the other teams who's making their way towards inside the circle. Meanwhile, these Xavier, they are the second to arrive, and they do know that there is another team here. They don't know who it is, but there is someone. For us who's currently watching, we do know it's going to be Bigatron here, who's going to be screening out these team members from the Xavier. Who's going to be the ones holding up the fort over here? They do have information on one of the members. It's actually up there. Lamborghini leading the charge, tries to go up, but it does seem that a napalm is being dropped on the floor, stopping him from going up the stairs. Or up the ledge, should we say. Here, a little bit support from his team members as well. They're heading upstairs and going on for a nade and clearing up team members from Bigatron.
I really want to get confirmation whether if that's going to be it seems to be the case. So Bigatron Knights is the only Bigatron standing in the way. This is a solid chance for them to overtake their brothers, to claim that #1 spot. They definitely have to thank DX for that, for clearing that very final member of NG. Rosemary, though, is not going to let this one slide so easily, as they are looking for their own chicken dinner as well. The rest of Team Secret playing by the hillside. They do have a great vantage point from the hillside, but they don't really seem to have enough space to hold out for later stages of the game. But it doesn't matter about the late stage of the game. This is stage 3. We still got a lot of time to go before all this zone closes out deeper into the mix. Whereas Hans now dropping some grenades, looking for Lepar. He's doing it all by himself. Where exactly is the rest of Alter Ego? Looking to cut across the roads, it seems. Now, Circle does favor some of the rest of the members of DX who's playing within the zone, but it might actually all conclude from the outskirts as we do get a drop over on the Han. Still a shot being connected as Lambo looks for the trade. Alpha is the next one to bow out. Rosemary now tries to hold out, but the rest of BTR strikes hard. Having so little space left for Rosemary to have an impact in this matchup. And this is a familiar opponent that they've been looking at. Lambo now charges through as they are looking to fend off against the potential champions. Now only down to Siaran. He has to hold out all alone. Needs to get the revives done as there is still a little bit more on the line for Rosemary to have an impact. He takes down Chua. Top fraggers against top fraggers as Rosemary will be succumbed with a grenade sent flying in. Siaran saves the day.
He thought the fight was actually between them up against Xavier, but it seemed that Bigatron might get the better of them. Managed to take down Rosemary. Rosemary was going berserk just a while ago. Despite them trying to go for a nade battle, but also Bigatron decides to go for a firepower. Meantime, Bigatron Knights over here will be clearing up the last name member from the Xavier. And we're only left out with 3 more teams right now, Contra.
That being said, can Boing Donkey overtake BTR? I don't think so. We might have already crowned our champions right here, right now. But Frank, he's doing all the unthinkable up against Reza, who's dealing with all these overwhelming forces of Team Secret as they remain to be the king of the hills. But what goes up might come down as they will have to face up against the rest of Bigatron Knights over onto these compounds. Secret now have that space. Boing Donkey left with only 2 members remaining. Potato now being spotted out. Team Secret looking to at least salvage a little bit of something as they fought really hard. They've been consistent back in day 1. Day 2, it's been a tough start, but they're looking to seal the deal. Jiki out. Gets a phenomenal spray. Knocks down Vexy. So it's only 1 more remaining. It's almost impossible to go in for the save, but is Bigatron going to be involved in this fight over the hills?
Yep, that's true. And actually, there's 2 more. Actually, we still have Jiki, and we also have Soas from Team Secret, making the 2 team members Team Secret up against 2 from Boing Donkey and 3 from Bigatron. Here's the nade being shot uphill. It is going to go on, ready to clear out 1 of the team members, and it does seem that Boing Donkey will be in 3rd place here after being cleared out by their opponents, leaving Bigatron from Indonesia and Team Secret from Vietnam. Will it be Indonesia bagging in the final winner chicken dinner of the day, or will it be Vietnam over here by Team Secret? Team Secret does have the high ground, but they're down 1 play over here, making it a 2v3 situation up against Bigatron. And Bigatron does seem that they're going to be charging up uphill, bringing on the fire 2 of them. Despite cooking, they're going to cancel the cooks on those nades. As the dumb team is going to be shooting out between the seams. 1 down, 2 downs, and that's going to be it. Winner chicken dinner in the hands of Bigatron Knights on this map number 8 in the competition Scrim. Congratulations to